We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there. And it's third down.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Get 300. Get 300.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Jim, 630. Yeah, live.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You ain't going nowhere.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, who is this guy? He's special. And he said, dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field.
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Zadarius Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Wahoo!
Third and long for Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Tyler Irvin back deep. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
6-man. Check girls.
All right. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. These two teams all tied after one.
319, 1030. Hey, Charlie.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Rodgers. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were. Executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Ryan Grant, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the 48.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Cook with a first down and much more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They don't want it. Keep playing on.
Brings up second and 1 at the 41-yard line.
Let's get it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the carry, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
He's coming. Can. Smooth.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
The pack. Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike, 55. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Pick me up. Here we go. Hey, check right, check right. Watch it,
Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. You gonna see
Loco, over here.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Jump out.
Slam.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
Let's make these babies cry.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
So we got man. Mike, 55 side. Right there in the middle. 55.
Box it.
Check right. Watch it. Orbit. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to find Graham, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
26.
Rodgers now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Move. Hey, Foxtrot.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Situation. Let's go.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out up there is not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out. And
this is Cook with the grab. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. As the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bailey now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 27, Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Where are you? 50, check back 50. Hey, come on.
Trying the power game with Ham. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the Packers' 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Push him back.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go again. Check out Humphrey. Hey, 382, last 50. Hey, no, easy.
Third and goal for Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
5.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. Rodgers now on first down. Jones has it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
55. Hey, take 26. Right now. You got 58. Let's go. 58.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
We are going. You ain't doing nothing. Exit. You ain't doing nothing today. Kill. Get out. Slip it down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Jump out! Hey, high 7. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On the run, Abdullah. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Gonna let it fly for Root. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
25 yards that time. Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. Room to run past midfield. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
300. Get 300. I'm letting you know right now. Hey, Echo.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike's 5.
Next one.
Mike's 5-4.
Jim.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Come on, D. Right there. 54. Right there.
Hey, Delta.
Wrap it.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. This is Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Jump out. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Hey, wahoo.
Rodgers to throw. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Watch tight end.
Zebra.
Here we go.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Irvin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. That game's gone final now at Heinz Field. And the Seahawks fans have to be happy. That lead just got bigger. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
55 is Mike, guys. 55.
Hey, 88.
Go.
55.
Back to throw. Rodgers. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
55 to Mike. Check. 55.
To throw is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch it. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Run right.
Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
Now he'll spike it here with 20 seconds to go on the clock. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Come on, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 2. All right, now here we go.
Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
It's second down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground, it's Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.